Okay, you know what? I do want my fan. Boop. It is hot in here. Hot summer. Okay. Alright. See, now my pink hair shows up more when I stand up. Alright. I don't know if my Discord has announced that I'm live yet. I mean, I just went live, so. And it's been about a week and a half since I've gone live because I took a mini break. Because last month was something else. But I am back. Because I wanted to talk about, well, watch and talk about Britt and Cody talking about Cloud and Tifa in Revelation. There's something else I wanted to look up. Okay. Well, Sean, you gonna be a good boy. Alright. I want to see if I can find that. Alright. Oh, yeah. Okay. Just seeing some previews of the posts I've seen on Reddit about this panel. So I'm really, really excited. I know it's on my phone. Okay. I mean, I'll get to it later in the stream, like what I'm looking for. Just wanted to see it. Look at my history. It might have been taken down. Ah, okay, I did find it. Okay, I did find it. Okay, you guys will know what I'm talking about later. Okay. Alright. Well, I am back. Today is gonna serve as a trial run because I do work Mondays through Fridays now. So the original plan was to stream on the weekends, but because I have been experiencing burnout, I was like, oh, I really, really, really need to take an honest to God day off every week. So I was thinking, okay, maybe Saturday will be my day off. I use air quotes because I will probably work on things on Saturdays. But Sundays will be streaming, and I am thinking Tuesdays after work. So today's gonna be a trial run to see if I can handle it energy-wise. I think it should be okay. But I want to make sure I'm giving myself a day off. So, I did miss streaming. I know I wasn't gone that long. I am very, very terrible about giving myself breaks. But I'll do the best I can. Hey, Kim. I'm doing all right. How are you doing? I'm sure you're also very busy with work. I don't know if you noticed, but I did a pink peekaboo. And I love it. It's kind of hard to like actually see the genuine color in this lighting. But I've been wanting to do it forever. So I'm really, really happy. I do think next time I am going to go with like a magenta instead, because this was a little too light of a pink. But I love it. It looks like cotton candy. God damn it, OBS. Okay, well, it's just gaslighting. Fuck. Okay, there we go. Very hot and very tired. It is a very, very hot summer. We can blame AI for that. You're good, you're good. I mean, it's mostly noticeable when I stand up. Because it's my bottom layer, and I have pretty choppy layers. I do need to get a cut, though, because I did bleach. So. Okay, I think we should just jump in. Because it's about an hour long. So. Yeah. I'm excited. I have heard some things. I have definitely heard some things, so I think we're going to be in for a treat. Oh, by the way, as of last night, I did start taking notes for my next video essay. So they will be back. King, welcome! Oh, I gotta go full screen for you now too, so you can see the glorious... Okay. We should start.
See that? What you got there?
You're not a fan?
Look at that.
Hey, can you guys hear it okay? Thank you. I think I'll ask about touching grass at the end. Yeah. Oh, so people are really, really cosplay. That's Vincent.
Raise your hand. Literally raise that hand. Yeah, Awesome, awesome. Great cosplay. Hey, welcome to Kawacon 2026, panel 2. Give yourselves a round of applause for that's to see y'all are here. Warms my heart to see y'all are Final Fantasy VII fans. Just Final
Wow, the subtitles are a little off.
Fantasy overall, man. I mean, seriously, what do y'all like about it? I mean, what is it about it? What do you think? What did you like? Just the adventure. What did you? Oh, and music. What else? Characters.
You've seen some of it, but not much. Yeah, I've only like seen some Reddit posts.
Again, y'all will get your chance to talk to the panelists in just a few minutes. The microphone is right there. We'll have a gentleman. Here he is. Raise your hand. He'll be moderating it, so just follow his lead.
Oh, it's good to have that.
Rock and roll. I'm gonna keep my time with him short. Okay, because this.
I'm hoping there's not too much part 3 talk here. I'll be muting. I've been avoiding everything since the trailer. That's fair. That's fair. I was debating that myself before the announcement came. I was like, maybe I won't watch any trailers or anything. But now that it's like happening, I'm like, no, I think I need to react to all of them with you guys. And like, I think, you know, because I pretty much avoided a lot when it was Rebirth, but I think like now that I'm a content creator, I think I need to put these on. I feel like I have to.
panel.
And I'm happy to. It's been fun so far.
All right. So I'll hit up with a couple questions, then turn it over to you guys. Other thing too, yeah, we do have some more seats up here. If you still want a front row seat, go ahead and fill it out. My name is Jeff Garcia. I'll be your moderator today, and welcome.
Oh wait, okay, I want to quickly show you guys. I got this water bottle yesterday, and I already put on my Banzag and my asexuality stickers on. Anyway. Yeah, just give me all the spoilers. Just inject them in my veins.
The Final Fantasy VII panel. We have a great panel right now. You can heard of this guy named Cody Christian.
I love him so much.
You all ready to bring him up?
I've met Britt. I want to meet Cody really bad.
Britt Baron, welcome on up.
It seems like he doesn't do conventions that often. I might have to turn this down. Actually, that's better. He's funny.
What's up, guys? How's everyone feeling? A little bit more excitement than that?
Yeah. Better. Hey, you know what Cody told me before we brought him up here? He's gonna go ahead and get himself a Whataburger in a while.
You were the opposite this time, Cam.
Yeah, I was also just put on today about this this infamous gas station y'all got.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh my god, Britt is so pretty.
For your
So
order.
pretty. I can't.
Okay, what do I get?
What are you gonna get? What's your
He is working the craft. Definitely is. He's definitely got some charisma.
Did you say a Rice Krispie treat sandwich?
What?
No, you're gonna have to repeat yourself.
Oh, you're not that late, Dream.
What did you say?
Hello.
A barbecue.
Oh, she's so pretty. I can't.
Spicy burger, that one's good too.
All right.
So what I'm hearing is I just gotta order like 7 things. Go into a slight
You're trying to touch grass? Me too.
You got one could get the patty melt, one could be sweet, spicy, cut it in half, you know. It's flavor.
Is that a hack? Is that
I was like,
one?
I'm a big boy, man.
Are you gonna go get yourself something to eat there too?
You know what? Now I have to,
Yeah, you
right?
We don't let Brittany.
Can't stop looking at her. She's so pretty.
Yeah. Can I have the toy prize in the box? Yeah. I'll take that.
Get the cran apple salad.
Ooh,
I'll have
okay.
the barbecue, whatever that was.
Oh, sweet and spicy.
I do want to go to Buc-ee's though.
Yes.
I've been seeing that all over.
Are they ready for the bug?
I think this is in Texas.
But the closest one's like 45 minutes away, though.
Perfect.
Worth it.
Get the beaver nuggets.
Yeah.
Beaver nuggets.
Y'all gonna be like the.
Of course, there would be something called beaver nuggets in Texas.
That's
That's
what
how
I
y'all gonna react when y'all walk to a What is this? Barbecue heaven?
I can't wait.
Yeah. Can you imagine a Whataburger in Final Fantasy though? I don't think that would go. I don't think Cloud would react to that.
It's a Valerie, what are you talking about? No remorse.
No, Tifa, I think Tifa will react to a Whataburger in the world there.
I think she'd be serving up cocktails, you know. She'd be really making
She'd be
out
like,
drive-thrus,
I'm
and
gonna
she
work up
should
this
be
menu.
Cosmo Canyons.
Yeah, America is.
Well,
Yeah, maybe not.
Actually, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Since we're talking about America, just for a second. You know, I have to get random and go on rants. Okay, so Saturday was the 4th of July. It was like the 250th anniversary of colonizing here and systematic racism and all that shit. So actually my coworker, well, she's my manager, my area supervisor, she is half indigenous, so is my best friend. And she says that she told me that she celebrates it as a funeral. I was like, that's awesome. I'm gonna do it like that. So I call it Funeral of July. So I wore black all day. Anyway, Americans are such assholes. I get freaked out by the fireworks. So does Shushu. I only like fireworks if I'm going to a fireworks show because I'm expecting them. But if it's just people randomly launching them, It makes my anxiety go through the roof. And like we're not allowed, like it's illegal to launch fireworks within city limits. And there were people in the parking lot, not far from where I live, lighting up fireworks. So like me and my roommate, we ended up going out for coffee and we brought Shushu with us because he was freaking out. And these fucking assholes were still launching fireworks at 1 in the morning and then again at 4 a.m. And I'm like, no. No. I think fireworks should be illegal. Unless it's a fireworks show. But like, civilians, no. No. Who's who? I know Britt Baron is Tifa. Could you inform me on the rest and what the reason is for the panel? Okay, so Cody voices Cloud, and then Britt voices Tifa, and they're talking about Cloud and Tifa in part 3 in Revelation. Yes, yes, definitely. That's why I don't celebrate it anymore. I don't think anyone should expect people from other countries to care about the 4th of July. I know I stopped caring once I lived in Korea. I was like, oh yeah, it's 4th of July. Am I in America? No. So I don't give a shit. Like, I'm probably on the list. I'm like, I am not feeling patriotic about the 250th anniversary of systematic racism. Of them inventing race to treat people as subhuman. No, I'm not in the mood. Okay, let's get back to this.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us here at Kawacon 2026. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. and
Thanks for
welcome to
having
San
us.
Antonio. You know, you're a local guy, right?
Yeah, somewhat. I've been to San Antonio a few times. I've never stayed in the city though. I had a friend growing up. I was just telling you the story. So I've been a gamer like my whole life, but I've played like first-person shooters. A lot of people don't know.
Okay, well, not what I play.
At a competitive level in Halo growing up. So I was on a team. I had a teammate who lived in Bernie, Texas. So I played with this guy probably for like 2 or 3 years. We became really close, and we spent a lot of time with people online. And then one day I was like, "Where do you live?" He's like, "Oh, Texas." I was like, "Cool." I booked a flight immediately. Flew out. We went to Best Buy as soon as I landed. We bought like a monitor. I had my like set up, and I've been out here multiple times for like gaming. I didn't really explore.
Competitively?
Yes, competitively.
Ooh, okay. Okay, Cody. Yeah, so there's, I did hear there's some like Cody stuff. I did save a Reddit post of some about him clapping back on some clerics. We will talk about that later. Yeah, we will talk about that. For the July, we're all busy at Taylor Swift's wedding. Okay. I found out that the person that's in charge of like the ICE detention center went to her fucking wedding. I don't want to get into Taylor Swift today, but I will just leave it with that. He did enjoy his tweets. We will talk about it.
Playing that as Linda.
Okay, but he played Halo competitively. That's pretty badass. I'm not into FPSs, but
Competitive gaming is a thing now.
Yeah, man. I remember like seeing like the first inception of it, right? Of, like,
yeah.
You know, I guess in that side of the world, like MLG becoming a thing, and just kind of seeing it rise and grow. This was before like streaming, obviously.
Okay, also I saw people shipping them together. She's married. Like, you guys need to separate reality from fiction. Not you guys in chat. I know you guys can, but a lot of people.
If you were talking about, oh, I love video games and you know, gaming is like a part
I guess
of my
I should
life,
listen to what they're saying.
Looked at a certain type of way. So to see the culture shift, right, where now it's like it's appreciated as an art form. People that participate in it are almost like, you know, for the younger generation, like idols in a lot of ways. It's very interesting, and I'm happy to see it personally, like as a fan of just like gaming community in general.
Absolutely. And then here you are.
I'm glad he's saying this.
Full circle.
Yeah,
Right here, Final
full
Fantasy
circle
now.
would be if I was Halo game, but I'm not as cool as Rick.
Yeah, okay, so I guess I need to rant about this for a second. Travis is. Yeah. Travis is. He has maggot friends. Yeah. Like, she's a grifter. She's definitely a grifter. Her, like, woke left period was when she was dating Joe Alwyn. Because he's a leftist. Anyway, we don't need to talk more about this, but yes, people think chemistry equals romantic relationship. They also think that because they play Cloud and Tifa, that they're the voices, and Cloud and Tifa are in love with each other, that means the VAs are, and they're like, no, 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 she is fucking married. And I'm sure he has a girlfriend or something. Like, let's be normal. I will definitely rant about that any day, because I just don't think it's okay to ship real life people, even if they are together. You just mind your own fucking business. Just mind your business. It's not your personal life. You don't know these people personally. Let them keep their personal lives to themselves. Like, it's fucking weird. Okay, anyway.
Hey, Britt,
We're gonna try to
did you ever play
focus.
the original Final Fantasy game before you dove to this group?
No, other than, I guess, Kingdom Hearts commercials on the Disney Channel. That was kind of my intro. And maybe Smash Brothers.
I love
And
Smash Brothers.
But you know what? I didn't even play Smash Brothers that much. That was more my brother's game. But I was like, who are these weird characters that I don't know?
Master Chief, guys.
Smash Bros, right? No. So I really didn't know much, to be
We're gonna
honest
try
with
to
you.
focus.
I feel like I auditioned, and then it was months went by, and I got the call. And at that point, I had auditioned for another part in the game, like a smaller part. So when I got the call about Tifa, I was kind of unclear in the moment of like which character I had booked. So I didn't even realize in the moment what it meant until kind of later.
Don't get me started on that one. I think I should rant about this another time. Because I'm like, oof, we need to focus. Yeah. That's why I get really, really mad when people speculate on, well, because I'm in the K-pop space, because I follow BTS. Like, people that, like, ship idols in the same company together and are just so convinced and are just super delulu. It's really irritating. And then they'll come after the family members of the member that ruins their ship or whatever. It's disgusting, but it's just like, it's incredibly dangerous to speculate on someone else's sexuality because you can lead them to outing themselves when they don't want to, and that can put them in a lot of danger. So it's just be fucking normal. Just because someone's a public figure does not mean that their lives are your business or that they owe you anything. They don't. They are people. Shushu. 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 Hold on. 애기, 비판 아니야. 여기. 여기. Okay, so I need to train him to go potty outside. So I shoo shoo. So I got like a training pad that like feels like grass, like looks and feels like grass. So I put his reusable, like his washable pee pad on top of it, but because it's raised and not as large as his pee pad, he's been peeing on the floor. I'm like, shoo shoo, and I'm like, you're doing this on purpose. You know not to pee on the floor. All right. Anyway, I remember the Kingdom Hearts commercials too. I remember Chain of Memory specifically. Shoo shoo. Doggy. Doggy. Okay. Oh, he's being such a brat. Choo-choo. Choo-choo. I know yelling at him doesn't help. It doesn't help. Okay. Yes, I am been open about my sexuality. I'm also an open person. I don't expect people to be open about their lives. Plus, I still have limits. Like there's plenty of things about my personal life that I don't share. Because you have to have that separation. Yeah, but it's like, you know, still, you guys know what my sexuality is. I don't divulge details on my sex life or lack thereof. I'll give y'all permission to ship me in Sephiroth. Well, that's just fun. Plus, he's a fictional character. Like, I give you guys permission to ship me with Sephiroth. Like, I don't care. If it's a fictional character, I don't care. People shouldn't be doing that with people they have become obsessed over, have a parasocial relationship with. Yes, exactly. Like, even if you know what their sexuality is, just still don't do it. Like, it's fucking weird. Pushel, be a good boy. He's real. Sephi's real.
Maybe like E3 when Tifa was introduced, and that reaction kind of put me in my place.
So was that the moment you're like, oh, she's a big deal?
Yeah, I think that was kind of around the moment I was like, oh my gosh, I'm scared. These are big, big shoes to fill, and I had just never stepped into an IP, I feel like, or like a remake, really.
Right.
I think the stakes are just slightly higher, you know? It's like it's like, you know, a book that everyone loves. Like, everyone has a different idea of how these characters should sound. So it was a little intimidating, but exciting for me as an actor. But I definitely feel like coming back to Rebirth, I was more comfortable.
Yeah. I hear that a lot.
Okay, let me just bring something up real quick. And we'll talk more about this later when I'll talk about Cody's clapbacks. Oh yeah, put the glasses down. Okay. So, in order to play a role, a voice role, Shosho, I think it is really weird gatekeeping to have to say that in order to play the role of Tifa, for example, that she has to be a gamer, that she has to be a fan of Final Fantasy, know who Tifa is, blah, blah, blah. No, she doesn't. And her not being a gamer and not really playing the games, I think it's just her husband who has, doesn't mean that she does not have the right to play Tifa. It doesn't mean she doesn't have the right to voice Tifa. She was directed on voicing her, she, you know, probably learned Tifa backwards and forwards. She's an actress. You know, it's like what she has to do. Same thing with Cody. Like, he plays FPSs. He doesn't really play this kind of game. Like I said, we'll get into it later. He intimately knows Cloud because he voices Cloud. So it's, you know, like, usually it's shippers who say this kind of shit, but it's just really weird and gatekeepy. And I guess it's because Brianna is a gamer and she's played the games. But I don't think she didn't play the games before she got the part of Aerith. So it's really weird to think that, like, you know better than them about their characters because you played the games when they literally are voicing them. That is their job. So just wanted to say that right now. Like, just because she is not a gamer and she, like, only really saw the Kingdom Hearts commercials and Smash Brothers because of her brothers doesn't make her any less valid of a choice to play Tifa. Like, come on. It's also just part of some actors' process to not look at source material. Yes. And just make it their own. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And I think they both did a fantastic job, and they both understand their characters intimately. The only person that's played the game is John. Yeah, I think so. Maybe Max. I know Max Middleman was a fan of FF8. I don't know if he played 7 before he got the part. But it's like, you don't have to be a fan of the IP in order to play it well.
Voice actors, whether it's now in Final Fantasy VII, before, even like Dragon Ball Z panels that I go to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where like Sean Chanel, he'll tell me stories. He goes, I have guys that come up to my desk, like, to get an autograph.
Yeah.
And they're staring him down, like they're angry. And he looks at them like, what's wrong? He goes like, you're not Jack like Goku. Like,
Oh,
what's going
shoot.
on here? Yeah.
Guys, I'm trying to be jacked like
Yeah,
Tifa,
yeah.
but it's harder. She makes it look easy.
But that just gives you the idea of how high of a esteem fans just give these characters too. You know, to put them in this pedal here and going to Tifa. Yeah.
Well, and people have grown up with the games, so
Yeah.
I understand. You know,
VA
there's a
Ray
lot of
Chase
people
lied
that
about
you
playing all
want
the
to
games
do
in
and you wanna
press.
do right
I mean, I don't blame him for
sure.
lying.
What about you, Cody? What was your first introduction into this world?
Yes,
Back in
yes.
the 90s, the game?
Britt did a fantastic job. It's like, I just don't see anybody else playing Tifa as good as she did. Yeah. She just gets Tifa. She gets her.
How old do you think I am? I'm 2 years old. I actually have a really funny story. I've said this. A
He's
few
younger
times,
than me.
but I was familiar with the IP of Final Fantasy. I have an older brother. My older brother is
Oh yeah.
a mega fan of everything like Japanese anime. Like, this was a guy in high school who was like reading like manga back at a time where it was not cool to do so. So my brother is kind of like a walking encyclopedia of everything in this world. So similar story, like I auditioned for it, I didn't really know what it was. They didn't release any information. Go and I do this audition.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Usually it's hush hush when they do the audition. They just like say basic phrases like, oh, like, yeah, you're playing like a broody character who's misunderstood and has a dark past type shit. So you're like, okay. And like, you're not revealed the actual character name. And you're just going in blind and just doing the best you can. That's another aspect. So they don't always know what part they're auditioning for. They're just getting a vague description because it has to be hush hush.
Majority of my life, but nothing in the voice world. So I do the audition, I don't hear anything
Yeah, he
for
was in
about a
Pretty
month.
Little Liars.
I'm like, yeah,
So
that
I
makes
knew when he was
sense,
a
you
kid.
know, it's not for me. And then I get a phone call and they're like, hey, we're interested, this is the title, this is what it is, this is the character. So the very first phone call I made was to my brother, who happened to be in the East Coast going to college.
Oh, I bet he lost his shit. Oh, I bet he lost his shit. Just be like, oh my god, my little brother is playing Cloud, what? Send it to the Discord. I want to see this. Oh my god,
This is
I
kinda how
love
the phone
him.
call went down. I was like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, how you doing? Hey, so I booked this video game. Oh, cool, congrats. What game is it? Like, it's a game called Final Fantasy. He goes, real
Just
quiet,
that
he goes,
smile.
which one? And I was like, I don't know, 7? Like, they're doing a remake of it? Long dramatic pause. I was like, what? He goes, wait. What character? My dumb ass, I go, this guy named Cloud? Brother goes, what?
Yeah!
That's freaking out. And look, I give all the credit.
Appropriate reaction. He's like, which one? 7, I think. Wait. Which character? Some guy named Cloud. What? That would be my reaction too. It'd be like a spit take. I'm like, pardon? God, I wish I was his brother. Just, anyway.
In the world to my older brother because
That's something I never thought I'd say. I wish I was Cody Christian's brother. Alright, anyway. One of my favorite things about Britt's performance, her feelings for Cloud are always present in her voice. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. But it never overtakes the scene. It reminds you Tifa's loved this man for years, but has never told him. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's incredibly hard to do, and she did it. Like, flawlessly.
from the very beginning, from this conversation, he kind of took charge for me. He was like, all right, look, this is what you got to do. You got to do this, you got to do this, you got to read up on this.
He's his
You don't have to
acting
play through the
coach.
game, but like, I'm not going to make you download an emulator, but you need to see a playthrough of the original. You need to understand like what it looked like, what it felt like, and even in that format in '97 with text bubbles, the connection that was able to be established between a fan base, the story of these characters.
Okay, his brother sounds like me.
My brother made me watch Happen Children like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, his brother sounds like me. Like, when I'm trying to introduce someone to the 7, I'm like, oh, no, but, and then I give him the whole thing. Yeah. And I'm like, you have to play the game, and
You know, send me all the information. So he was the one that communicated to me very early on, kind of the point that Britt was making of like, this is very special. This is transcended multiple decades, right? Like I have met individuals where, you know, a mother and a father grew up playing the game in '97, and now they have children, and they get to revisit and re-experience this world. And again, being a
That's
gamer
gotta
myself,
be-
like, I understand the connection that can be made and how special this can be. So
that's gotta be such a special feeling to, like, understand that there are, like, so many people out there that played this as a kid, that played the original, and are now able to introduce it to their kids, and you get to be a part of that reintroduction to their kids and make history. Like, that's gotta be such a special feeling. I think it would give a lot of pressure to them as actors, especially at first, but it's like just really special. It's really, really special. You're the same way, Cam, as me. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that for book club. I think my copy's gonna come tomorrow. Oh, I got my electric scooter in the mail today. I need to unbox that. Not on stream. And I got another book's coming today, but not Final Fantasy related. It's that book Cast. I am Cody Christian's brother.
it is a certain amount of pressure, but you take it on.
Okay,
as a
there we go.
responsibility,
He's
right? We owed it to
talking
every single
about
one
it.
of you guys who love these characters, and we've gotten the opportunity. We're so blessed.
See,
to be
he
able to
gets it.
fall in love alongside
He gets
you with
it.
these characters. So as much as this means to you guys, it means as much to us of being able to show up and like actually deliver. And the fact that we're still here doing it means you didn't completely fuck it up. So.
No, you did not fuck it up. You went above and beyond everybody's expectations. Absolutely. That's one of the things that I really love about Cody. Is he understands the seriousness of it. He understands the magnitude. He can also be silly and goofy about it and just savage, and is fantastic. He's also incredibly grateful and incredibly humble. It's like every fucking interview and panel I've seen him do, he's always talking about how grateful he is to be a part of something this huge, and just isn't shy to be humble about it and just express just how grateful he is to be a part of something so huge. So it's like, I just think he's a just chill, cool guy. Like, and I just think he didn't fuck it up at all. I think he went way above and beyond and just intimately gets Cloud. Just fantastic. You're looking forward to showing your niece Avatar: The Last Airbender, as you should. In fact, like, I feel like it's aged beautifully. Like, it's like you could watch it now and it's, you'd think that it's came out in 2026, not 2007. Anyway, let's keep going. I will 100% be forcing my kid down the FF7 rabbit hole. Same. Actually, just now, because of the whole... We can talk about this later too. Sony discontinuing the physical copies of games in 2028. So now I have a beef with Sony. I was actually looking on eBay to like buying a PS1. I think I want to get a PS1 and get the original game on PS1. Oh my god, Shishu just put his nose on my toe. Don't you love it when the cast is thankful and grateful to be the characters? Yeah, I think that's how you should be. Yeah, authenticity is important.
How do you see her arc going? Do you like her, how it's trending? Where do you see her? You know, when you first read for her, you're like, oh, did anything kind of like stand out for you about the character you were about to dive into?
Well, you know, to be honest with you, the callback I think was 5 lines, honestly. Yeah, it was not by any means indicative of where she was going. So I feel like it was just a little, yeah, flash in the pan. But in reality, I think what we've gotten to do over the course of, I guess, 7 years? 7 years.
Whoa. That's true. Already.
Has been just, it's such a joy. I think each game that we've gotten to do, you get to see a little bit more of her journey, and
Yeah.
I think even...
Oh, we're gonna see a lot more of her journey in Revelation. I'm so excited. Like, this is the Tifa game. Yeah, I could also get a PS2. I mean, my roommate has a PS2. But I have found plenty on eBay. So I'm probably gonna end up getting a PS2 as well. Just support the PlayStation consoles from before that had the physical copies, and just show, like, Sony. I mean, I don't trust Sony ever again after this. But I'm just like, I'm gonna support the physical copies, you know. Anyway.
You know, the accompanying,
vote with your
like,
wallets,
the
people.
book, which now there's a sequel coming out. I'm so excited. I think that was announced in the spring for the English version translation.
Oh,
just
is she
think
talking about Dear
it's
Destiny?
just such a joy for me as an actor to get to see and get to voice a character that is so complex and dynamic. And I think all of these characters, unfortunately, have their own bag of trauma. But, you know, I'm on Tifa's journey, and I think she's just incredible in terms of what she's been able to withstand in her early life. I have so much respect, and I like adore playing a character who can still be so kind and empathetic and patient, while also having like a massive drive and need for redemption. But also, I think ultimately,
See, again, she gets her. She gets Tifa. Because Tifa has gone through so much trauma and has a lot of anger, and she wants justice. That's what drives her to Avalanche. But she still retains her kindness and her empathy and her resilience, and has a hard work ethic. You know, so Britt gets it. She gets Tifa as a character. It's like, yeah, she has so much trauma. She has so much that she's gone through, and just such an incredible arc. I need Dear Destiny too. That's so we know what we're gonna do for book club in, I guess, February. Yeah, but like she understands that like despite everything that Tifa's gone through, and the fact that Tifa retains a lot of anger, and a desire for vengeance and for justice, but she retains that resilience, that kindness, that empathy, friendship, and that's the strength of Tifa's character. Is despite everything, like I feel like most people would be pretty shitty. But like Tifa's not. And that's why it's important to read compilation material, read the books. It gives us a lot more context into these characters and why they are the way that they are, that they can't in like the games, because the games are going to be more focused on Cloud as the main character. I'm not sure if he does. Hopefully he does, but I mean he can't reveal too much at this stage, but we will see.
Like Tifa's really, I think, motivated by love. You
Yes.
know,
I was hoping you would.
Yes, she is. You would see that.
so, that's, yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
pretty fun and pretty cool and a joy as an actor to get to play.
And soon she'll be serving.
She nailed it. She nailed it. Absolutely. Tifa is motivated by love. Absolutely.
Yeah, pretty soon, you know.
That barbecue sandwich. Yeah.
Well, the Final Fantasy VII involves a lot of action, mixed in with more action. Just constant. You guys have backgrounds and also live action.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yes, sir.
Oh, why did you
Yeah.
do that? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
What?
do that.
You with the glow? Yes, bro.
Yeah, no, he's talked about it before.
Did that lend help y'all in these roles? Coming from live action?
Well, they're not
Just having that
doing the
For
mocapping.
sure. I mean, I think there's a certain level of like understanding how to bring authenticity to the action, right? Like obviously we're in two different worlds.
That's a good
When you're
point.
on a set, for example, in front of a camera.
Well,
you
also you have to make the
really
sounds, the
to
fighting
rely on
sounds.
your environment and everything in this sort of like set to bring this to life and bring truthfulness to it. The main difference for me is all the on-screen camera work that I've done the majority of my career. When you're in a booth and you're recording on a microphone where if you're not directly here and you're slightly off, now all of a sudden like they can't capture clarity in the audio. So finding a way to, I guess, bring the sort of intensity while remaining, I guess, sort of like still and confined in a very, very small space. I'm sure there's like some parallels there of like, again, having lived it, having embodied it, knowing like how to connect with it and then make it feel real and sound real. Because like, again, when you're playing this game, like, we're doing some intense stuff and I'm jumping 15 feet in the air and slashing down and there's a lot of this like battle sequences that are happening. And in order to make that feel real, it's like you gotta, I don't know how you do it, but like I brace like my entire core, like my whole body is like tensed up in order to bring the intensity.
Interesting.
So again, it's like, there are differences, but I think again, just like achieving the authentic sounds of, I'm in there, like I'm kicking ass in this booth. I'm not moving, but I'm kicking ass.
I mean, how's that feel?
That's like an interesting, like it would be really weird. Okay, I'm only 15 minutes in. God damn it, my mouse. I'm 15 minutes into the video and I've been yapping for 50 minutes. Well, so like, yeah, like, he's done like mostly on-screen work. So like that would make sense and bring authenticity, but it's like you can't move around in the booth. That's challenging. That's really
How that
challenging.
is once that's over? Are you like, wow, I was at the gym for an hour.
It's exhausting. No, it's exhausting. I say this all the time, right? Like I could be on set for 16-hour days and doing a 4-hour session. I feel way more drained doing a 4-hour session in the booth than I do being on set all day long.
That's
I just
interesting.
think it's also a different level of intensity when it comes to focus, right? Like again, it's when you're on
Because you have to convey it in just your voice. That's exhausting.
Being able to capture all these elements of storytelling, you can almost get lazy in the sense like you guys don't need to see that I'm sitting. You don't need to see that I look this direction or hear it, right? Because it's like it's a visual aid. But like everything in this game, every single sound, every small little subtlety and detail has to be recorded and captured in order for
Yeah.
that story to like
Yeah, I
make
could see
sense.
that.
So I think it's just a different level of like focus, and I think also just being alone by yourself, solitude in a cold, dark room. I don't know about you, but I turn all
I
the
know,
lights
they're
off.
like, Cody likes them really dark. Do you
Yeah, I
want
like
them
to
dark?
I
I'm
like to
like,
lock
keep these
them
lights
like
on.
that.
Yeah.
It's been such a blast, though, man. I'm
It's
so
it's
grateful
hard
for
when
this
you
opportunity and,
possibly
you
will
know, just
most
speaking
likely
on
have
environments
undiagnosed
like this,
ADHD.
being able to show up and meet all of you guys and connect with you and hear your stories of what this story, what these characters mean to you. It's like, it really has been like a highlight of my career, man. I'm very, very grateful.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Intense action scenes together.
'Cause he's had a long career. It's just like I said, like when I was a teenager, I watched him in Pretty Little Liars. And he's like, this is a highlight of my career, is like meeting you guys and connecting with you guys. Oh, fuck, that warmed my heart.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I feel really similarly to Cody. I do think because we're working the entire time, like a day on set, you know, you could spend 16 hours on set, but you're really only acting for like 45 minutes. It's like so much, at least especially on a show like Glow, like it's so much hair and makeup, it's so much waiting around,
Right.
with a huge cast, so many setups. But with VO work, like the clock starts, you're in and you are working, especially with us, till the clock strikes like 4 or whenever you're free. But in some ways as an actor, I like it because I'm getting to do what I love for a lot longer. And it is a lot more about
She's
my
so cute, I
imagination,
love
though,
her.
because you're alone. However, it's also in some ways like less distracting because there's not like a guy, you know, with the boom mic, you know, or like
That's a good point.
sometimes you're told to like act the post-it note on the camera because of the eyeline or whatever. Like, so I feel like in some ways I like being in the studio, especially we work with the same team for all these games, so I feel pretty comfortable with everyone. It is very technical though.
They are a fantastic cast. Like, I would be super happy if I was in a project with people like that. Like, I'd be like, yeah, let's do this forever. Such a great cast.
Because, you know, we're fitting the lines.
And they all seem
almost
so
exactly
nice.
in the Japanese.
I mean, I've
So
met her, I've met
there are a lot
Brianna.
of different
They're both really
histories,
sweet.
Doing this kind of game.
You're gonna face the mouth flaps.
We actually don't have to do. We don't have to. No, we're so spoiled. They will fix the mouth flaps for us.
Y'all
Yeah.
are the first panel I have in my
We're
career
very
doing
lucky.
this. This is happening. I mean, I've heard stories of how voice actors have to think of words
Yeah.
just on the fly to see if they can match it up.
Yeah, no.
And, well, that's awesome. That makes
Yeah,
the
but it
process
is hard because there's times where I'm like, oh, I want to take a beat here, or I wish I
Yeah.
could go, you know, slower or out of breath or something. And often it's like, no, you don't have time for that.
Nice.
You know, so you gotta.
That
fit
would
it
be
and make
really
it sound
cool.
Natural.
Nice, nice. Hey, it's gonna be your time to start asking some questions. So if you want to start lining
Actually, I heard, it might have been talked about in this, I'm not sure. I heard that Square, I think on their website or something, when the English translation of Dear Destiny is close to being released, they're gonna have previews of Britt and Brianna reading the book. Mouth Flaps is just anime now. Yeah. I mean, I've been saying they should do audiobooks. Like, it would be so cool if they did an audiobook of Traces and of Dear Destiny. Oh, do you watch the English dub of Witch Hat? Oh, I'm still not very far in. I think I'm like a few minutes into episode 3. I'll watch more.
up. Where's the gentleman? Raise your hand. He's the microphone czar. You don't want to get him angry. Do not get him angry. All right, you want to line up right here, and I'll get to your question in just a few minutes. We're gonna let all start queuing up your sections. And yeah. By the way, did you guys? Y'all saw this guy's cosplay?
You look amazing. I haven't met you. Oh my gosh, when? At Nostalgia Con?
I would be shitting myself. I would, but like, I'm not gonna ask anything. I'm just gonna like
Oh my
watch.
gosh. Whoa. Oh, like, are you the
I get super shy when I'm starstruck.
Oh man. Okay, well, you kept your promise.
There you go.
I like your actor.
Oh, it has a bunch of different accents. I love that.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, we'll let the line get a little longer here. Just a couple of questions for you guys here. You guys can be not.
Ooh, if they do an audiobook or something we cover in book club, would you play snippets? Yeah. Hell yeah. That would be awesome. Yeah. That could be fun and can break it up and make book club more fun. By the way, speaking of book club, I feel like the Song of Achilles book club stream went a lot better and a lot smoother than the other two. I think this, like, the other two is like I had to learn how to do the format. And I think I've figured out how to do it. It just requires a lot of prep for me. But, you know, it's just like, just slowly work out the kinks. So, thank you guys for your patience with that. And, like, the discussions are always awesome. But I had a great time. I did finish the audiobook of the Iliad yesterday. So that gave a lot more context.
Only from Final Fantasy VII, you know, huge fame, but Glow has its own fan base.
Not like
And then
the Teen Wolf, Pretty Little Liars world. I'll say that.
They brought it up.
Voice acting or Glow or Teen Wolf?
I mean, for me, I've been very lucky. Like, when I was younger, I was on Pretty Little Liars for almost 6 seasons, and I left that and went to a show called Teen Wolf, which was like, I mean, just like a part of pop culture, honestly.
Yeah.
At the time. And then the last like 6.5 years, I was on a show, a CW show called All American.
Which also Tyler Hoechlin. God, I'm gonna miss him at Sephiroth. He's also a Teen Wolf, so we're patient enough to let you get better at it. We're just enjoy your company and talking to each other. Well, thank you for saying that. Yeah. I'm just long-winded. Wait, who's a war criminal?
It's like a football show. So yeah, predominantly like the screen work, because I think it's easier to make a connection, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I've had moments where I've been like out and about and I'm just talking to somebody and they're like, hey, you sound, and they make a connection. It's like very few and far between, but it has happened.
Yeah, the previous guy, Corey Wilder, he said that he gave
Yeah, I miss Tyler.
to somebody who came up and recognized his voice from some secure.
Travis is excellent though, so I'm sure he'll do a great job.
He's like, this is yours, because nobody's ever recognized his voice from that.
I like that.
Yeah, what about you?
Well, you know, on Glow, I had like a Joan Jett haircut. I feel like I looked very different on that show. I would be out and about in LA with a lot of the cast, and they would be stopped and like, we love Glow, blah, blah, blah. And then they'd all be like, she's in it too. You know, I was never recognized. I looked so different on that show. So I had a nice, they were like, is she? I feel like you're kind of lying. I had a nice anonymity. I feel like I could still be myself. I have been, my voice has been recognized though. Yeah,
She has a very distinct
like,
voice.
Right here, her middle name's Tifa. And, yeah, it's actually scarier. Like, I gotta watch what I'm saying in public. You know? 'Cause you never know what
God, she's so fucking pretty.
Yeah, boys.
Absolutely. All right. Are we ready for your fan questions? Ready. All right.
Yeah, I think we should talk about that later, if we remember.
You speak up a little louder.
Oh, okay.
FF7 is more important than Superman, I agree. I guess if we're talking about career, though, Superman is the more mainstream IP. I just think it's boring. I think Superman is like the most boring super. I mean, I'm sure like the newest one that was released last year, the woke one, I'm sure that one was great. I didn't watch it, but I heard it was great. I mean, King watched it. I remember you watched it.
Will there be any more special moments between Cloud and Tifa in part 3? Like,
Duh? That's kind of a dumb question.
Oh my gosh, so many.
So many. Yeah, they got mad about that. That's all good. I do too. Yeah, okay, so like I'll try out the new movie eventually.
None at all.
Yeah, no, so many. Like I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm not gonna go into details. But like, there's a scene that the two of us have in this third game, and it is by far one of my favorite moments. Just crazy connection, crazy conversation. It's like.
Okay, so is it the live stream sequence or Under the High Wind? I guess we will find out.
long overdue, if you will.
It's long overdue. It could be either
I
one.
just think like, yeah, their connection to me has always been very, very special. So if you're a fan, then you've got a lot in store in this third game. I think you're gonna love it.
Well, thank you for answering, and also
Straight out of the horse's mouth. Yeah. Yeah, probably is Under the High Wind. A very needed conversation.
it's really great to
Yeah.
meet you both.
Likewise, thank you.
And they were the clerics were upset about this. We will talk about that later.
Hello again.
Hello.
2 questions. So, as actor and actress, like, if you
That's Tana Greek Noise.
could look back at a scene from Rebirth or Remake,
Yeah, it's her.
and choose to like rewrite it or re-perform it, what scene would you choose? And
That's
my
a good
second
question.
Is, what is your favorite thing about Cloud and Tifa's dynamic?
They won't be talking in my playthrough. Yeah, I'd be too nervous to ask any questions. Yeah, me too. I would just watch.
I wouldn't rewrite the scene and I wouldn't want to change anything, but I would like to go back and just do it again because it was such a blast to do. I believe it's in the second game. There's a moment where Cloud gets almost embodied by Sephiroth, if you will, and goes on this very unhinged pursuit of Aerith, I believe.
Yes,
acquire
that was
some
such a good
materials.
scene.
And it was a side of Cloud and a voice that we had never done, and it was
The Aerith. Oh, it just gives me chills. It's so good.
so much fun. I was so sad when the little segment was over. Like, playing this like very like, Aerith, where are you? It's like it's this crazy version of it. Yeah, possessed, if you will.
Oh, it's so
I would
fun.
just go back and revisit it because I think like I feel very lucky with Cloud in particular because I feel I've gotten the opportunity to voice like 6 or 7 different characters while
It is
like,
true.
pursuing this journey with him. Yeah,
It is true. That would be so fun.
slop.
See, he gets it.
And then the second question that you had, you said what is it?
Your favorite thing about
Part
the
about their
dynamic
relationships or
between,
dynamic?
yeah.
I just think it's so truthful and it's so authentic. And I've said this before, but I don't feel there's another character in this game, in this world, that sees Cloud for who he really is, right? If we really talk about
They were very upset about that one too. But he's right. Yeah. Okay, I think we'll share his tweet after this. Because this is where this gets brought up.
them being children together, them knowing each other before all of the trauma came into his life. And then even when it does, right? Like this man is in so much turmoil and pain, and he's hurt, and he's lost, and he's confused. And in a lot of
He
ways,
is the Cody
what Tifa is the
CEO.
anchor for him. She's always by his side, and no matter what, continues to show up and fight for him. I think that relationship is so special.
That's love. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. That is love. Someone who will stick by you and be an anchor for you through your best and your worst. Someone who's just gonna stick by you and help bring out the best in you so that you're able to handle these things. Like, she didn't handle it for him. That what I would say is codependent. No, she did not handle it for him. She just helped facilitate him extracting his true self so he can fight his demons. Like, that's how it is. And like, I think that's what makes their relationship just so solid and so strong. It's the only way she knows when it's not him, because she knows who he is. Exactly. And she can help bring him back because she can remind him who he really is.
Special, you know, I think Cloud wouldn't be who he is without Tifa in his life. So it
Yeah.
just holds a very special place in my heart.
Look how sincere he was looking. Like, sincere and serious. It's like, yeah. If you're missing that, then I think you've been playing the game with your eyes shut. And you're, quite frankly, your ears off too. Yes, Tifa grounds him. Yes. Yeah, he needed to learn to lean on people sometimes. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And Tifa's like, "Pull me in, coach." Like, come on.
Awesome, and Britt.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Before she gets into her answer, I want to talk about this. Okay. So because he said that, people, and by people I mean Clariths, were saying he is a tourist, and I guess that means that because he doesn't play the games, that doesn't get Cloud's character. And it's because they're mad that he said that. And this is what he said. For no reason whatsoever, I decided to Google the definition of tourist. Turns out there's usually a duration strongly associated. Learned that tourists stay in a destination for a temporary period of time, ranging from a single day to a few months max. Interesting stuff. And then it's just hope injected into him. It was hilarious. It was a hilarious way to clap back at these people. So it's just like, dude. Are these people, like, I bet these people are the ones that, like, after Aerith dies in disc 1, they turned off the game. It's like, dude. Get real. Also, do you think you know better than the person who got the part and has voiced him for 2 games and is voicing the 3rd? Like, come on, dude. Just the audacity of these people going after the VAs for doing their job. Like, come on. So I'm just like, keep being you, Cody. It's wild to me that Clariths always say Clodies are the problematic ones when they complain more than anyone. Yeah. And I will admit, there have been some times where there have been Clodies that have been incredibly toxic. I don't hear about it often. It's usually Clariths. And when I'm using blanket statements like this, I'm not saying every fucking Clarith is like this. There are some sane ones that are just like, I know they're not canon, they're never gonna be canon, I know she's dead, I have accepted reality, I just prefer their chemistry. That's fine. I ship Sephiroth and Cloud. I ship Cloud and Zack. I ship Airty. Like, come on. It's just when you start harassing devs, that's when I'm like, and harassing other people and insisting that your dead ship is canon and just being an asshole to everyone, that's when I'm like, okay, go away. His brother made him research everything about the story too. Yeah, exactly. He knows Cloud intimately. And just like, you think that, like, you as a shipper know Cloud better than the person playing him is just an insane amount of delusion. 2 games in, talking about the 3rd, and they only have a problem with Cloud. Yeah. You should drop a diss track, that'd be hilarious. I'm not your flower boy. That would be good. That'd be bars. I would write a diss track called Under the High Wind. But I love him. That was a great response. For no reason at all, I looked up what tourists meant. They stayed at destination for a temporary period of time. I love him. Yeah. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on people willfully misunderstanding what Hollow is about. It's like, okay. Just real quick. If you took out Aerith and Tifa, Or just no context. No context. Show the song to someone who has never played Final Fantasy, doesn't know anything about Final Fantasy. Just play them the song. Do you think they would say it's a love song? Probably not. Probably not. So, yeah, but there's in any fandom, especially when there's shipping involved, you're always going to find crazies. You're always gonna find bad actors. It's just, you know, when we get into the necrophilia shit and the misogyny, and like, you know, on the Clody side, there are a lot of gooners, disgusting gooners, that are Clodies because they're into Tifa's boobs. And I'm like, you guys are disgusting. Like, get out of here. Cloud, I'm in the house like her. I prefer Barbies to Flower Girls.
You know, I don't want to answer what I would redo because I feel like the internet will then be like really critical because there are things that haunt me. And then I'm like, oh, we should have done that differently. But
You tell.
Nobody's recording this.
Well, I am excited for the third game. I feel like I get to do some voices that are just, you know, borderline insane to the point where like, did we go too far? Is this in the tone?
Interesting.
I'm super excited, and I think that was very fun and such a departure from the Tifa voice that I've gotten to do for so long. So that was, you know, a fun day in the booth that I would gladly redo. And I think, gosh, in terms of Tifa and Cloud's relationship, I mean, it's so, I feel like they just share such a special bond. I think knowing someone when you're a kid, I think before the world kind of changes you or makes you put up some walls, when you're still kind of vulnerable, it's just like such a special relationship. And I think what they've gone through together it's such an incredible journey.
7 seconds, that's a great title.
Yeah, I love their relationship. I just hate when Cloud is like all moody and risky to for Tifa.
Accept me as I am.
They're so cute. Well, it's like Cloud is mentally 16 still. So it's like, it's understandable, but it would be obnoxious.
Bond.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Hello.
Anyway, my question is a personal one for you two, nothing to do with like Tifa or Cloud, although as much as I love Final Fantasy. What got you both into, or like, what really made you guys want to become voice actors or actors in general?
Oh, I like this question. Though I need to pee real quick. Goofy vibes, Tifa finally being able to riff off goofy ass Cloud after years of separation. That would be fun. That would be super fun. Okay, I'm gonna pee real quick. No, I'm glad that there's like questions about their professional lives too. That's cool. 7 seconds till the end is in reference to Under the High when Cloud's never had any action. They just play 7 minutes in heaven. They hold hands very hard and give very deep looks. My name's not Zach. Oh yeah, I need to finish my song about Zach. I definitely want to start making videos about him soon. Right now I'm working on a video about the Nibelheim incident, which I started taking notes on last night. So that should be out towards the end of the month. Okay.
I was telling Cody earlier, one of my favorite movies is Miss Congeniality, which is
It's a good movie.
here I confirmed today. So I think some of those early movies, I was like, even this is so lame. I really wish it was higher brow.
Shosho, mommy's allowed to cough. Shosho, shh. Shosho. Shosho. Hey. Shosho. Okay. Want to just come be with mommy? Yeah, come be with mommy. Do you want to see Britt and Cody? Do you want to see Britt and Cody? Can you say hi? You say hi. You say hi. Okay. Just don't distract mommy too much. Okay.
But like Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, I want to do that. And then my mom
She's
would
a real
not allow
one.
me to be a child actor, unfortunately. So she made me,
But that was a good call.
you know, hold out until I was an adult. But
Good
that was
mom.
kind of the stuff. I didn't really.
That's
ever
a good
plan on
mom.
being a voice actor, to be honest with you. But I have fallen in love with voice acting. And it's definitely like one of my favorites, especially because kind of what I was saying, you get to act like for a much longer period of the time that you're there.
Well,
It's
she's
like all
excellent at
acting.
it.
There's no waiting around, which is fun for me.
I hope she does
really
more of
enjoy
it.
And you get to play stuff that you could never play on camera. So that's a joy.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
They're so cute. Oh my god.
Look, I got in this industry very young. And at that age, I wouldn't give you the same answer that I would even like mid-adolescence, right? 14, 15 years old. The first couple of years, it was just like, this is fun, this is exciting. I felt incredibly engaged with it. Then I had a mentor, an acting coach come into my life, and I was like 11, 12 years old. This gentleman named Britt Baron. And I credit all my success to him. He's no longer with us, but you know, I know he's in a much better place. He was the one that sort of introduced me to how special this could be, how deep it could go. A lot of ways it helped me develop like a philosophical view of the world in which I inhabit. It was around like my mid-teenage years where I started to understand like the impact of like good storytelling, you know, what this art form could do and the connection it can make between human beings. I think oftentimes like we find ourselves in very divisive times.
He's
and
such a
art is
deep
one of the very
thinker.
special things that can unify.
I really appreciate that.
Also help
But
you heal, right? Whether it's film, television, you know, music, dance, art, whatever expression, whatever medium. More times than not, people turn to them in very vulnerable moments of their life, right? And you know,
Yeah.
this connection is sort of built and through experiencing whatever emotions that piece gives you. You feel a little bit more, in my opinion, alive, right? It's reminders of what this is. So I'd say when I was like 15, 16 years old, I started to look at it that way. Of like I get to participate in making people feel what it feels to be alive, and that felt very special to me. It made me feel a lot less alone in this world, and in a lot of ways it felt like a purpose. So again, when I was younger, it's like, this is just really fun and exciting, but as I've aged and as I've progressed, you know, matured in my own ways, I've fallen much more deeply in love with this.
okay, he deserves all the success he has, and he deserves even more because he's in it for the right reasons. Like, it's just, there's so many public figures that are in it for the wrong reasons. But him, like, understanding the nature of art and the nature of storytelling and how it connects us to each other as human beings and how we can find solace and strength for our own lives through turning to art, and him being a part of that and understanding that is super, super important, and I think a very, very good motivation to do what he does, especially with AI and everything. That's like trying to take the human part out of the human connection, and it's like it's not going to work. You cannot take the humanity out of art. It ceases to be art, in my opinion, because art is meant to be a medium to connect us to each other. So I think he gets it. And I think there needs to be more public figures who understand this, understand the importance of art and connecting with other people in that way. I'm looking forward to seeing you go on a whole tangent about how Cloud saves Tifa in the Rebirth version of that scene. Also, the part where you talk about how the promise subplot is going to get paid off. I mean, unfortunately, I have strayed away from talking about that kind of stuff because I don't want toxic shippers on my channel anymore. We will see. I mean, I talked about the Gongaga stuff in one of my first video essays. But yeah, I will leave as your church to make her my... Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Brother.
Thank you.
Here you go, Kawacon.
We got our next question lined up.
Hi. So ever since obviously Summer Game Fest and the reveal of Revelation, I feel like Hamaguchi has been on a huge press tour talking about everything and anything about the game. But he recently said the theme of Revelation is resolved without spoiling anything.
Oh my god.
How has knowing that theme changed the way you approach portraying Cloud and Tifa compared to remake or rebirth? And what do you hope fans pay
That's a
attention
great
to the most,
question.
when they experience your performance in Revelation?
I wish you would have said this a year and some change ago before I started recording the majority of this. But no, it's very on theme. You know, I've been in person with Hamaguchi many times. I adore that man. I think he's incredibly passionate. And if there was anybody that was the right person to lead the ship
Hamaguchi's
of what
just
the
cute.
Final Fantasy remake series has been, it's definitely him. He cares, and it's very important. I feel like for me, speaking on my character and the journey that he kind of embarks on, it's really this sort of like full circle moment, like where we see Cloud and what we know of him from the very beginning to where he ends up. It's like there's a lot of finality to it, and I think provides closure for anyone that's been on the ride with him. That's kind of like it's the best way I could put it. Really, it's like, you know, we've had so many intense ups and downs with this man, and to finally see him, I guess, like blossom in a lot of ways. You know, I mean, here's the thing: is like my interpretation of this character from the very beginning, having done my research, was like, yeah, he's like moody and broody and this like tough guy, but a lot of it is like a facade.
Yeah.
There's this like squishy goofiness, this innocence, you know, at the core and the center of it.
Yep.
So I feel like if anything, this game for Cloud is like him evolving to the final form, if you will. You know.
See, he gets it. He gets it. The Cloud at his core is the Let's Mosey Cloud. The goofy, earnest, sincere, sweet Cloud. And the moody and the broody and the tough guy act is a facade. Due to, like, trauma. See, he gets it. And him saying that we get a closure with the character makes me very, very hopeful. Because we're like, okay, we're seeing it getting resolved. Right? It wasn't that the keyword, resolve. We're seeing him getting resolved as a character where he finally accepts him for who he is. Okay, Shushu, you are being too much. You're being way too much. Okay. Such a needy dog. I love him though. But yeah, it's like we finally get to see the root of who he is, the core of who he is. He finally gets to accept himself. And we can finally close the book on that. We can close the chapter. And that's really comforting to me. And so she just gets it. The best thing an actor can do if they make it big is keep their personal and professional lives separate. Yes, I completely agree. I don't know much about Sadie Sink. Yeah, unless she's promoting something you don't really hear from her. That's a good way to go. I mean, however people want to handle their fame is their business. And And it just depends on the personality. I definitely think that if you're going to be a public figure, you definitely need to have good people around you. Don't just have an echo chamber of yes men. And you should have a therapist. You should definitely have a therapist. Like, unfortunately, there are a lot of famous people who do get, like, really into the deep end because it is a lot to handle. So it is important to have good people around you. I think it's important to have good people around you regardless. We don't need to talk about Taylor Swift. But yeah, like that's a good point. So just you gotta have that sort of separation there. Yeah. I mean, I think about this stuff a lot because I do music and, you know, I have this channel. So it's, you know, I'm trying to be a public figure. And me doing this channel and talking to you guys and like seeing, you know, the effects of like touching grass, for example. Like, I'm like, this is really what I was born to do. And it's just, I think it's important to do what we're born to do. Like things that really resonate with our own souls. Yeah, but it's like, you know, you should have good people around you. Definitely. And have boundaries. That's a big one. Have clear boundaries and enforce them. Even if people are going to call you a bitch for having boundaries. Like, fine, I'm a bitch then. I'd prefer someone take me aside and tell me I need to stop doing something for my own good than follow someone who follows me blindly. I agree. I agree. Yeah, if I ever do anything shitty, like, you guys tell me. You guys tell me and I will unpack that and I will apologize and I will change my behavior. Because that's what you're supposed to do. That's the right thing to do. You have a lot of followers on Tumblr, but you're glad Tumblr fame means nothing anymore. It's true. My boundaries are very fair. Well, that's good. But it's just, you know, how people are, the like delusional people out there that like, they're like, how dare you have boundaries and how dare you enforce them? And I'm like, yeah, they're my boundaries. If you're not going to respect them, fuck off. And I will tell you to your face to fuck off. I mean, I don't like to cuss people out. But if you're going to infringe on my boundaries and my privacy and put me in an unsafe position or in a position where I feel uncomfortable, I am going to tell you to fuck off. And if you're going to, you know, be horrible to people in my chat, I'm also going to tell you to fuck off. Anyway, let's keep watching.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot in Rebirth with just Cloud's eyes being super expressive compared to like Remake and even just his mannerisms overall.
Yeah, a lot in the first game, this guy was shut down.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
brick wall.
Yeah.
And it's been such a joy to like, you know, slowly and gradually, it's like more and more of him starts to like peek through the surface. It's my favorite part of Cloud, the material that is imbued with like vulnerability. I think it's like,
Yeah.
it's such a
See, he
delight
gets
to see
it.
and also to perform.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I feel like the third game, with
Yeah. Just because I've allowed a part of myself to be seen online doesn't mean everyone gets full access, and they also shouldn't be. Yeah. That's why I said no DMs. I do not want people to develop parasocial relationships with me. That makes me uncomfortable. Also, it's the other thing. It's for my own personal safety. I am a woman on the internet, and the gaming space is incredibly misogynistic. I don't want people to think that they can just message me and be creepy to me. Like, I don't want any incidents. So I'm just like, I value my safety. I do not want people being creepy to me. So it's like, no, don't DM me. Someone on Tumblr got mad at you once because you did an edit that was mostly yellow with white text. People are silly. My God.
It's like I'm very scared of all of you guys. I know what's gonna happen. So we on the internet. I do.
Britt said.
I do feel like the vulnerability is kind of my favorite part of the third game because I feel like these characters, all of them are a bit guarded.
I'm so excited.
with each other, even with themselves, I feel like. And
Oh yeah, especially Tifa.
I did say earlier
Her
that
name's
it does feel
Lockhart.
cathartic in a way, because the walls kind of come down in the third game. And I think it's all been built into this. And as an actor,
I'm
it's
so
fun
excited.
to get to play
I'm so excited.
vulnerability and to get to really be real without the facade that they're all kind of carrying. So I loved this. I loved this game so much. And but you know, we record all out of order, and there's stuff I never know. The trailer came out, and I was like, I didn't know she had new outfits. So, so you know, I'm also along for the ride with everyone else until it's all like stitched together.
Well, thank you.
so much.
Okay, everything they're saying. The delusional people before that's like, oh, Under the High One's not gonna happen, and the live stream sequence is gonna have Aerith included, and it's gonna be replace Tifa or whatever. Pack it up. Pack it up. They're talking about walls coming down. They're talking about vulnerability. They're talking about Cloud and Tifa connecting. And having conversations that they needed to have for a long time. Pack it up. The live stream sequence is happening, people. Same with Under the High Wind. I am looking forward more to the live stream sequence because that made me cry in the OG, and it's, I think, the best part. It is the best part of the entire fucking game. And considering the amount of emotional performance they've had and put into their characters and into their relationship with each other, we're gonna be blown away. So, like, pack it up. Seeing Cloud and Tifa finally being vulnerable with each other will send me into a state of unconscious bliss. Yes. Same here.
Thank you.
Hey, cool cosplay, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, they just did the live stream sequence in Ever Crisis.
That's my girlfriend.
I haven't played Ever Crisis in a while.
So with your unknown journey coming to an end, seeing as how y'all have been Cloud and Tifa for a long time, like, do you feel like that has kind of bled into your personality, like these characters, like just day to day, like?
Interesting question. You have to have a
Do you
separation
feel like
if you're an actor,
reciting
though.
lines, or even just getting some of their mannerisms, like throughout your life now?
Could you imagine just starting my day like No, I don't feel that way personally. I wish. I do. She's a good vibe though. I leave a session and I'm like, good energy, you know? I'm not playing a character to like, get it off me. But I don't know if I've become Tifa.
I mean,
Cody's like, yes.
So cool.
you know,
Go ahead.
there's some parts. No, look, I think there's like a demeanor that I share with the character, but it's always sort of been there. I don't know how much has been imprinted on me. I will say this though, with or without context, anyone who doesn't understand it, I do say not interested a lot. And it means something to me, but to other people, it's like, okay, dick.
So you really are Cloud.
Yeah, kind of the extent of that.
That's awesome. Well, thank y'all so much.
Of course.
I don't remember the part. I'm sorry. I have a very shitty memory.
So Final Fantasy is all really well known for their music. Do you guys listen to the soundtrack at all, or do you guys have any favorites?
I saw them perform for Remake in LA, which was incredible.
Oh,
I
that's
was truly
huge.
blown away.
Oh, in less than a month, I'm gonna see the Near concert. Actually, in a month. In a month, I'm gonna see the Near concert. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay.
Sorry, so was that the question? I have heard the music.
Yeah.
But no, maybe I should be listening to it on the way to a recording session. That would have been smart, but no.
Yeah, in regards to like particulars, right? Like I couldn't name any of the original compositions, but I mean, from the very beginning, I think when the first game came out, I mean, the award that I feel like we won without any argument or hesitation was like that of
Like the opening sequence?
yeah.
Yeah, the opening
no, I mean,
sequence
it's
like
phenomenal,
made me
man.
cry.
The raw talent that goes into like aiding this world, it's like it's important. My favorite personally is like
Oh yeah. The moment Tifa finally gets to see Cloud be himself again, his real self, and how she's gonna react. Also, her finding out he kept his promise after all. Yeah, that moment. The moment when he's like, "We meet again," and I think they hugged. That's when I cried. You'll be dead when that happens on my stream. Oh, you guys are gonna watch me stream it. That's right. We're gonna experience the journey together.
I don't have any like actual names, but all of like the
Tifa's
battle,
theme, of course.
I love Tifa's theme.
all the battle sequences, all the music that comes in when
I want to get an electric piano so I can play Tifa's theme.
is a personal favorite of mine.
And now sing it for us.
Thank you guys so much.
I could do that.
Oh, his response to Wedge during the bombing mission.
So my question for you guys, I always like to do this as a funsy question, but since you both have done both voiceover and live action, has there ever been like a universe that you guys would have loved to just be in or voice in? And don't say to get paid. I mean like for funsies, like maybe I wish I could have been on this show or just been the extra in the back or just do a fun little voice because I love this show. Has there ever been something like that you
For
guys
me,
like
it's
to do?
recent. Yeah, I watched that. I've been trying to get deeper and deeper into anime, and I watched Solo Leveling, and I was like, this is so sick.
That's a good one.
I haven't watched that yet, but I've heard about it.
Or like the opposite, like D tier.
Secretly Chocobo.
Full of like dreams and optimism. Like I'll get there one day.
Actually, playing OG recently, when I got to Aerith's death, like the Genova theme, I was just like singing to it while well no. Not there. It was at the Northern Crater. Yeah, the Northern Crater. I was just singing Genova's theme. You really dislike Solo Leveling? See, I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
No, I think that universe is so sick. That's like one of the
I could
ones that
see
I've
him
seen
voicing
recently.
anime characters.
I actually went as far as sending a DM to Crunchyroll. I'm not joking. They saw it.
They left him on red.
No, they did not. They did not. I was just like, hey,
Crunchyroll do better.
Oh my gosh, we appreciate you. And then I threw out the, hey, if you ever need anybody, I'm here. Yeah, that's what I said. Close mouths don't get fed.
Shoot your shot, man.
Yeah, of course.
One of those shows that has cool action but no story characters. Oh, gotcha.
Please no spoilers. I'm not done with season 2. So I would love to be in that. I guess I was.
She
in
would be
one of
great in
Fallout as
Fallout.
like a, background characters.
Though I
But,
haven't
had
finished
never
the
actually
first
followed
season
that
yet.
show. So, but you know what? I don't know how much fun it would be to film. It seems like pretty rough. Sometimes, you want to be like indoors with AC and, but I think the finished product, I think that's such a cool,
That's
fun
fair,
show.
King.
I would love to be a part of.
Because like imagine even if you're an extra to just be on set and be like, oh, that's so cool. I
Yeah,
get to see everything.
yeah.
Pretty cool. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
Howdy.
Hello.
I had a question
Okay,
regarding
that's a
casting, 'cause I'm
Texan.
kind of curious, considering how popular Tifa and Cloud are, and you start seeing them in other games. Do you ever get calls that are like, "Hey Cody, we need you to voice Cloud and Chocobo Racing," or "Hey Britt, guess who's in Street
I
Fighter?"
knew what you were going to say. What was the question?
She got distracted by Street
How does
Fighter.
that go when it comes to crossovers and such? Because I know someone's appearing in Street Fighter 6, but
I don't know. Yeah, not much. I'm very excited for Tifa. But I can't speak on that.
it's all good.
Look, sometimes like we're given the liberty of it being extended to us, and based on availability and willingness, obviously, like I've had different games of iterations where Cloud shows up. And for me personally, it's like if I get extended the opportunity and it makes sense, I have a certain level of like ownership. I've been with this character now for 7 years. I've put 500 plus hours of my life into the group, alone, recording and connecting, and I feel I have a deep understanding of just him as an individual and
That's why the people coming after him are ridiculous, because it's like he spent like 500 fucking hours voicing this character. He knows the character. He means tactics.
This sort of betrayal. So now I carry this little chip on my shoulder, and I'm like, yeah, if he's gonna show up, like I'm gonna do it. Just because like I don't want anyone else to kind of come in and while we're still in this world, like give their iteration. If I'm here and
I would be the same way. I'd be like, no, he's mine.
Totally, then like I'm there 100%. But we don't always get that luxury, right? Sometimes it's like,
oh, that sucks.
We don't have ownership of it on paper. It's like, yeah, we want to, but it's very, very few and far between we get that phone calls and offers or whatever it may be.
It's
any-
crazy we have spent full days of our lives voicing these characters though, at this point.
Yeah.
But
Thank
Yeah,
you.
he's like,
No,
Cloud
we-
is
I hope you
mine.
both- both of you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
That's my boy.
Hello, I don't, is this thing on? Oh, okay. I guess I'm a bit too tall. I saw you guys earlier, I don't know if you guys remember me. But my question is, so it's kind of like, it's something a little bit more personal. Like, I kind of thought about it when Cody was saying, like just a second ago, where he was saying, like, when he was younger, he played video games, and it was something that, you know, people kind of, like, either bullied you for, they kind of treated you like an outcast. So the question that I had was, like, when you guys started doing your acting or voice acting careers, was there anybody that ever like tried to stop you? And if so, like, how did you guys like fight back? Like, in the sense of like, what made you continue to go even though
Interesting
people were
question.
probably telling you this wasn't a good idea?
You have to be delusional, man. Like, for real. There's no other way to answer that. I think there's limitations that I think others will put on you, and
Yeah.
inherently it's not always like bad and negative. I think some people just operate out of, you know, fear, and there's a projection of a certain, like, oh my gosh, what you're doing seems impossible. And it's like, yeah, to you, maybe, and maybe you're right, but it's like, I say this all the time, it's if you're daring and willing enough to pursue any type of career that almost like guarantees instability, it sounds corny, but it's like, it is about the journey. And it's like, sometimes you don't always choose this, like, it chooses you. I'm at a point in my life where it's like, regardless of the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, and I've had a plethora of both, right? Like, I can't walk away from this. There's something about this that makes me feel so fulfilled and so alive. Like, I can't turn my back on it. So sometimes it's like, if you have that sort of feeling, you know, whether you're a voiceover artist or an actor or a painter, a dancer, or you love designing clothes, whatever it may be, right? If you feel this sort of innate calling, it's like you can do your best to run away from it, but like, you're never gonna outrun it. So I think for a lot of like outside sort of perception, if someone has like an idea, it's like, cool, listen to them, hear it, but understand that like, this is your life, right? And if it makes sense to you, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. And like, go for it, full force, and like, you know, pursue it, because I promise you the fulfillment that you'll get pursuing something that you love and makes you feel alive is so worth it. I don't know if that answers your question.
I really needed to hear that. I really, really needed to hear that. Okay, to get it personal for a minute. You guys know what you're in for. So, you know, most of you know, I was raised Mormon. When I was 11 years old, that was when I found out through, you know, I was shy, couldn't even say my own name until I was 11 years old and my dream found me, right? The way he phrased it. I was a loner. I started middle school, and it was my best friend. She asked me to hang out with her and this other person that became my best friend too. And through meeting this best friend, and through the music that came out during that time, and like this best friend, she wanted to be a singer and stuff, changed my life. And that was when I started writing music. Like, it did feel like it found me. And it's like, as soon as the dream found me, I found my voice. And that was when I started talking. And just here I am 20 years later. And when I was probably 6 months away from leaving the church, my car broke down. So my dad came from a state over, and he sat down with me, like we went to Subway or something, and he sat down with me, and he told me that he felt like saying that sometimes we have dreams, but God tells us not to do them because we're not supposed to have this dream or whatever. So he was basically telling me, and I knew he was referring to my music, he was telling me that God wanted me to give up on this dream. And that I shouldn't be pursuing what I love most. And that sucked. That really sucked. So, you know, not long after that, I left the church. And as soon as I left the church, 6 months later, I started putting music on YouTube. Because I was like, I am not letting people like my dad keep me from doing this anymore. And it's like, you know, not a lot of people found my music, and that's okay. You know, that's fine. I'm gonna keep doing it because that's what I love to do. I love music. And it's been 20 years, and that love has only grown. And it's something I'm gonna continue to do. And just every point in my life where just things have been so hard, music has always been there for me. So this is just something I really needed to hear, because it did feel like that, and it does feel like that this is like something I was born to do. And it's not something you can run away from. It's not something that people can talk you from doing. And it's, you know, you get this huge drive that if you don't do it, then you're going to regret it for the rest of your life, because you're not going to be able to live authentically and fully. And even if you don't get success doing it, or it doesn't pay the bills, or it doesn't do so immediately, it doesn't matter, you do it. You do it. And you do it because you love it. Like, don't do it for the recognition, for the clout, for the fame, for the money. Do it because you love it. Do it because you love it, and because you have something to say, and something that's important, and some way to connect with other people. That's a huge motivation for me for making music, is because the music that was there when I was a loner at 11 years old and super depressed helped me find this dream, and helped me find my voice, and helped me through that difficult time and every other difficult time I've had. That I want to do that for other people. That I want my music to be that for other people. And that's what motivates me. So you gotta do what you feel called to do. And even if people around you are saying it's impossible, or that you should do something more realistic or more pragmatic, and we have the fucking economy that's evil, and we have dictators and fascists and AI happening, like, don't let AI stop you from posting your art. Even though it sucks because you know it's gonna steal from you. Don't let it stop you from sharing, because it's how we connect as human beings. Well, thank you for saying that. I hope it will be really good once I'm finished. But it does suck though, because when I am creating music, it's those voices in my head. It's like the voice of my dad saying that I should give up. And the perfectionism I was born under. And it's always that same thing every time that I really create. It's, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, why even try? And I have to override that every time, and it sucks. But you gotta keep going. So I really needed to hear that. I really, really needed to hear that. Yes, keep drawing. Your art's amazing. Don't let an AI stop you. Don't let anybody else stop you. Keep sharing it on my Discord. I love it. And I just got alcohol markers, so I'm gonna try to as well. Hopefully remember this will help you. It definitely did. It definitely did. All right, let's keep going.
That's actually a pretty good answer. I actually like that response. So what about you, Britt?
I guess I just want to shout out some teachers, because I had like really, really important teachers that in pivotal moments in my life kind of pushed me. I think when I was considering college programs, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just get a BA in theater and kind of study something that'll get me a real job. And my high school director pulled me aside and was like, I don't think you're going to be happy in a BA program. I think you need to go do a BFA, which is much more intense.
Yeah.
So he really encouraged me, and I did. And then at the end of college, I had double majored at Michigan, because I thought, oh, for sure, I'll just like go into casting or something, or PR or something adjacent, because Hollywood, you know, acting is just so hard and intimidating, and I think it's hard to like believe in yourself. And I also had like a favorite professor pull me aside and be like, I heard you're not going to pursue this professionally, and really encouraged me. And I think, you know, being more of an adult now, I'm like, wow, you hold such power as a teacher or anybody who has younger people in their lives that look up to them. So I'm just so grateful to have had teachers in my life that believed in me, that pushed me at like important times in my life. They hold massive influences, and maybe one day I can do the same for someone else. But shout out to those teachers. They really are amazing.
Well, I appreciate.
I'm glad she said that. Because I'm like, that also touches me in a different way, because I feel like I did that for my kids, for my students when I was a teacher. That I encouraged them to pursue their dreams. Yeah, because of these teachers, she was able to voice Tifa, and that had a chain reaction and like just a ripple effect. Because her portrayal of Tifa impacted my life, and it impacted the lives of millions of people, let's be real. Millions of people play this game. That's why it's important to be like, you don't even have to be a teacher. Just like talk to people, and if they're like, oh, I have a dream of doing this, you say do it. Like absolutely do it, and I want to be here to see you do it. That touches me, paraphrasing, that touches me in a different way.
We're getting close to the wire here, everybody, so we're gonna start doing rapid fire questions. So ask your questions, step aside, and then the next person goes. Go ahead, sir.
Hi. I wasn't sure if this was already answered, but how did you guys, or where did you guys do your auditions? And do you have any advice to someone who is trying to pursue voice acting in that realm?
I mean, I'm interested in this because I want to pursue it eventually.
Where did I do my audition? Some random studio in California. I don't think I ever went back to it. I don't know if you had the same.
Yeah.
Some like random one-off studio. As far as advice for getting into this, look, man, I wish I had more experience, right? This is like my very first voice acting gig, but I can kind of find a parallel just like in the acting world, right? My biggest piece of advice is like you're never running out of time, right? If anything, the more
Thank you for saying that.
experience that you have aids your ability to bring authenticity to a performance. I think the biggest piece of real advice is secure a way to have stability in your life. Don't be one of those people that it's like, oh, I'm gonna throw everything away in the pursuit of this, and if it doesn't work out in 6 months, then it's not meant for me. That's
good advice too.
You know, sometimes it might take 5 years to have like a little bit of a break to provide some momentum for you. If you really love it and you care for it and you're passionate about it, like this is a game of longevity, right? The biggest thing is staying in it for as long as you can. So that's my realest piece of advice. I don't know about the technical stuff of like, you know, obviously you train and take lessons and record yourself as much as possible and study other performances, yeah. But find a way to like survive first, and then like pursue this with the same amount of passion, the same amount of tenacity until it can become your main thing. You know, and as long as you don't give up, you don't get in your own way, like I 100% believe it can happen.
Okay, this is great. This is great. This is also helping me and confirming that I'm on the right track, which it's hard. It's hard to, like, when you're just going through life and shit's happening and whatever. And like whenever I have to take breaks, you know, I beat myself up because I always feel like I'm running out of time because I'm in my 30s. And it's like, it's just, you know, the world is ageist. But it's like, you know, make sure you're taking care of yourself, that you are able to pay rent, able to pay bills, able to eat, you know, able to provide for yourself and still pursue your passions. So it's like, you know, I have a job and I work like 20 to 25 hours a week, right? And I stream here when I can. And then I still make video essays. Like, it's like, yeah, you have to have both. Like, you need to have that tenacity. You need to have that determination, that drive. You know, yeah, you need to learn the technical aspects of the craft to get better at it. Then you can have a higher chance of landing whatever opportunities and roles. But it's, yeah, like, you need to dream big. You need to not give up. But you also need to make sure that you are okay. Because you don't have to just go and give up and just be like, okay, I'm going to do the practical job, the real job, and give up on my passions. Don't do that. But also don't go, oh, I'm just going to move to LA. I have 15 cents in my bank account. I'm going to move to LA and I'm just going to audition to be an actress or whatever, and I'm gonna land in Hollywood and everything's gonna be fine. No. No, 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 no. You need to have some stability to be able to pay the bills, but then also pursue your passions. There's a way to do both. As I'm undergoing burnout, I feel similarly, but I'm glad this helps your motivation. There's also no real jobs, by the way. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Also, there is a website, iwanttobeavoiceactor.com, which is like incredible. It has so many resources if you do want to break into voice acting, like so
I'm writing this down.
I use it because I'm like, I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like what mics to get, how to set up a home studio, you know, all of that. How to practice, classes to take. So it's literally iwanttobeavoiceactor.com. So check that out if you're trying to break in. And also, on the opposite side of the spectrum, if it's like not working out and you're miserable, like it's totally okay to try something else, and that doesn't mean you're a failure.
That's also good advice.
Many friends who are now lawyers and they're like way more happy. So sometimes I'm like, I don't wish this upon anyone, but yeah.
That was helpful.
Alright, I'll be quick. I just wanted to ask, like, what was your guys' reaction? For example, we obviously go through a lot with the characters and their relationship roles. But for Cloud, for example, one of my favorite parts was like he asked Barrett for like ingredients and he says like, "What would you like?" He answers onions. Like, "Oh, why?" Because you cry all the time. and for example, what was your reaction to that? And for Britt, obviously, Tifa is very guarded throughout the first two games, but then we get to see a whole other side of her on the live stream. She's very vulnerable. What was your guys' reaction to that character development?
I mean, look, dude, all my scenes with like Barrett, I love that dynamic because I don't feel like anyone else in the game, they're like, Cloud is not sassier with anyone else but him.
It's true.
They're like back and forth. I absolutely adore it. And John is such a fantastic actor, so it's like
I love John.
Something phenomenal to work off of. So I enjoyed it, man. I think like all of you, every time like Barrett and Cloud get into it, I just sit there and like I enjoy it from the sideline, cackling there.
Oh, I mean, the live stream's so fun, you know, but we record everything so out of order. So I'll like do a little bit, then jump into a different part of the game, and later come back. So
yeah, that's gotta be hard.
I'm always like shifting modes.
Yeah, I completely agree, King.
Recording process.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Appreciate you.
Next question.
Hello. There's a lot of cosplayers here, so I'm sure some of us are wondering, would you ever cosplay your own characters, or have
I
you
heard
or
about
will you
this.
cosplay like anybody in the Final Fantasy series?
Oh, he got so excited about this. I heard about his answer.
Run away. I have not yet. I really want to. You look fantastic. However, what I want to do is slightly different. I want to play Cloud and show up when he's rocking the dress.
Yeah, I saw this clip. I'm like, you want to do Cloud and drag? Let's make it happen. Oh my god, let's make that happen. Oh, let's make that happen. Have him cosplay as Cloud and drag. What a king! Oh my god. Also, I agree with Dream. Your drawings are doing a lot of good, King. Just yeah. Because it is a part of human history, human culture. It is how we connect to each other. It's like the lens that we see our world. And the lens that we interpret our world. And not just our like the outside world, but our internal world. And it's so important to share. Just the more artists out there, the better. Like, it's like we need to combat artificial intelligence and artificial art with real human art. Like, it's just, we should not be discouraged from sharing it. Even though the fucking stupid thievery bots are stealing it from us. We need to counter it by continuing to create and continuing to share and drown out the noise. They're also hemorrhaging billions of dollars, so I know, nailed it. Moving on, Cody's comment is the future picture is Cloud on the honeycomb. He needs to do it. He needs to do it. I would die happy. I'd be like, okay, I can leave the sort of.
So I don't know, work my way up to that.
God, what a real one. Yeah. Yeah, it is killing the planet.
A little bit more of like an opinionated question, as in me and to you. But what do you think of the strongest, greatest character ever, which is obviously Aerith?
Oh, facts, huh?
That's how you feel? I love her to death. I adore that character. Yeah, I adore that character. I think Aerith is, a pinnacle in the series. Nothing would be the same without her. I mean, look.
Why are they asking about Aerith?
Like in the third game, it's like there's a lot that's there's a big driving force. You know what I'm saying? But blasphemy if you think she's strong as Cloud. Serious about right there.
What's going on?
It's amazing, and I feel like her journey, that character, gosh, just holds so much weight to know that like the fate of everything's kind of resting on her shoulders.
So nonchalantly, I might add too.
Yeah, just so like casually, and so I just think she's incredible. Love Aerith, and I love their dynamic, especially when they're kind of, making fun of Cloud.
Okay, I'm glad they're redirecting it. Yeah, because I'm like, why are you coming here asking questions about a completely different character? Like, it's like, yeah, you're a shipper. You're a Clarith shipper. It's fine. Just like, can we please focus on Cloud and Tifa? Because that's their characters. Like, we can talk about Aerith when Brianna's there. But I'm glad she redirected it to, like, talking about Aerith. I love that. I'm like, oh, especially when they're making fun of Cloud, because those scenes are delightful. But it's like, where... It's like, I have the same reaction, again, because I'm in the K-pop spaces, when a K-pop idol's going live, and people in the comments in those sections, I'm like, if my comment section was like that, I would not stream. Because it's just the shit I see in those comment sections, like, I just always turn them off. Because they're just so disrespectful and inappropriate. Like, they'll be like, where's Jungkook? Why isn't Jungkook here? And it's like, bitch, this is my life. Get out. Like, it's just fucking rude. It's like, you're here seeing the VAs for Cloud and Tifa. Ask about Cloud and Tifa. Ask about their characters. I think it's disrespectful. I would only ever do that on April Fools. Trolls.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. We don't condone bullying. Also, shout out to the little yellow flowers. I know that's like a raccoon on your shirt, but flower girl's still there.
Yeah, they handled that really well.
Get the final question. Yeah. What's up, y'all? Okay, quick question.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
They say the 6 years I've been doing it. Was there ever a time that y'all had the whole entire cast in the booth? Or was it all?
Booth? No, never.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've been fortunate enough to I think New York Comic-Con, we had a big collection of people.
Yeah.
That was
there's
fun.
Some cons that we've all been fortunate enough to be out at the same time. But this recording process is so different from what I've been told, right? Like animation, series, you get the opportunity to be in the booth.
Yeah,
in real
her
time and work
gameplay
off
is
other
very
actors.
strong, yeah.
We don't have that luxury.
Like in combat.
Yeah, I mean, I think in certain video games, they allow it, but with this one in particular, with it being a JRPG, with timing being such an important aspect, with, it coming from Japan, and then being translated, and then being English dubbed. Britt had mentioned this earlier, there's these very specific time windows that we have to record and make this line fit and work in. And we're only allotted 5 milliseconds under or over this sort of thing to make it work for editing.
That's really hard.
It's so technical that being able to be in a booth and go back and forth and have it's just, I would say, damn near impossible.
Sometimes we're lucky though. I feel like you usually record first, so I would say I'm lucky. They'll play his lines for me or something. If it's like a back and forth scene, so I at least feel a little bit I'm playing off a real human. Or our director, Kirk Thornton, who's amazing, who's also an actor, will sometimes do his own interpretations, which are a little wild of the other characters' lines, but no.
That's fun.
I didn't even meet anyone really until like...
Oh, really?
We were doing press. Yeah.
Oh, what was
the
that
first
like?
game.
What was that like? I'm sorry, I don't know.
I hated her at the first moment.
Oh, really?
And still do, I don't know. No,
He
everyone's
seems
amazing.
fun.
Everyone like really cares. Everyone's very passionate. You know, we're very fortunate to have
Like,
a
they're
cast where,
buddies.
like, everyone is
I can tell they're just
an incredible
buddies.
human being outside of the work. You know, sometimes you're not always that lucky. And I feel like we all just kind of like mesh. There's synergy there, and I think that energy is palpable. You can feel it in the game when these characters are interacting. So we're like very, very lucky.
Yeah.
She's all right.
Oh, it's adorable. What a fun dynamic.
If you do not get a chance to talk to them or ask a question, they're going to be going back to their tables in a few minutes. So get in line, get all the autographs and chats and selfies, all that good stuff will be downstairs for you guys. And yeah, any final words for the Final Fantasy fans here?
Yeah, I just want to, hold on. Big shout out to you, my man.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's so cute.
And guys, I guess like a last little word to you from the both of us, because I know she feels the same way I do. We're so lucky to have you guys. Thank you for taking the time, coming to see us. You know, it's an opportunity. I always say this, right? It's like you come up to us, oh, thank you for coming, thank you for being here. No, thank you for showing up, right? Like if you didn't take the time, if you didn't invest the energy, then we'd be two bozos sitting at an empty table and nobody to talk to. So like it really means the world to us. Shout out to you guys. You guys are, pardon my French, fucking awesome. Love you guys.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I did not expect Cloud's VA to motivate me and all that shit. Oh yeah, I'm excited to read it too. Plus it's gonna help me with my huge video essay, which I probably will have to start scripting soon. I'm very nervous because it's a lot of information I'm gonna have to put through, and it's probably gonna take another few months. That was really fun. There is something that he did say, I think somewhere else. Okay. Shit. Okay, let me see. Let's just go on the Reddit. What a picture. Okay. Maybe I can find it. Shit. Okay. I don't know. He was talking about that if you didn't cry at all during Remake or Rebirth, you're gonna cry at the end of Revelation. And people are like, yeah, no shit. Anyway, that was really cool. There's definitely gonna be Under the Highwind and the live stream sequence. We're gonna see a lot of Cloud being his true self. We're gonna see, you know, a lot of intimate, vulnerable moments between the two characters. I'm glad that there were questions about voice acting and how to get into it, and about pursuing your dreams and your goals, and the advice being there. Like that, it just really helped me, and just was a confirmation to me that I am on the right path and I'm on the right track. And yeah, I think just it's a message that a lot of creatives need to hear, because it is fucking hard. It's really fucking hard to be a creative person, and just in a world that clearly does not value or appreciate art, because it's constantly being threatened. I guess I should go full screen for that. So I did not expect that from this. I thought it was just gonna be like, I guess, debunking Claire's bullshit and talking about Cody, and like there was some of that, sure, like of course, but it's, you know, it's important to understand the importance of art and the importance of storytelling and the importance of connecting with other human beings through the voices that we have. Was definitely motivating. So you know, I'm gonna go about my day with scripting my video essays and working on my album and the other shit I have to do. I'm gonna sewing my pride dresses. Just keep going, and it's I needed to hear this today. I really needed to hear this today. I do want to wrap up soon. Yeah, highlighted this whole stream watching me get uplifted by his comments. Yeah. It really was touching. Yeah, I got some rapid fire things to talk about since, you know, a lot of shit happened since I streamed last. Get on my soapbox for a minute. You guys know I'm very pro owning physical media. I'm not happy with the recent decision with Sony. I was a solid PlayStation girl. Now I'm just gonna support older consoles because they have physical games. And since things are gonna be ham-fisted digital, I'm just gonna stick with PC and stick with Steam. Though it does make me very nervous that Steam could just fall apart someday and I wouldn't own these games, and I don't like that. I cannot stress enough how important it is to own media. So if you really like books, own physical books. Music, own physical CDs and vinyls. DVDs. Physical copies of games. You know, I cannot stress it enough. Because it is art. It is art, it shows our history. It's something you can physically hold and you can display and you can interact with and that you own. I do not want the permission to watch or to play something until they decide to take it off. And like, I'm not gonna get my money back. Fuck that. No. When I buy something, I want to own it. So with that in mind, vote with your wallets, people. Like, I doubt Sony's gonna reverse this decision. I doubt they're gonna reverse this decision. I don't think there are enough gamers who care enough. So like, don't let that stop you from sticking to your values, to sticking to what's important to you. Yes, I 100% agree. Because yes, I do play digital games. I do have, you know, I have a Steam library. I also own physical games. People should have that option. But they're taking that away from us. So, and we don't know what's gonna happen. So I encourage, buy physical games that are already out. Buy them secondhand if you have to. I buy them secondhand. And support indie games. I'm gonna be better about doing that. I know in Discord, Librina, she's talked about how she works for like an indie company. And there's a game she recommended that she QA tested for. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that one. It seems like a game I'd be interested in. But I'm gonna look into more indie games. There's a reason why indie games are killing it right now. It's because these AAA companies are more interested in making a profit than connecting with people and making art. And this decision is really showing that. They do not give a shit about the consumers. They do not give a shit about us. They just want an excuse to keep charging us $70 to $80 a game. And physical copies go down in price point after a few years. They don't want that. They want us to continue to charge us $70 to $80 to own permission to play the game until they decide to take it off and to shut down their servers and to shut down the PS3 library and the PS Vita library and take the movies off. Take 500 movies off. It is just hilarious. They announced this right around the time that they announced that they're no longer doing physical copies. So it's like, okay, you're really showing your ass that we're gonna own nothing and be happy about it. Fuck that. No. No. So, support indie games. Buy physical. Support older games. Vote with your wallets. This is solidifying my decision to not get a PS6. I'm just gonna use that money to build a PC. Yeah, it is like that. Publishing company coming to my house and stealing it when I'm not home. Yeah. So, you know, I wanted to get that out there because, yeah, it happened. That news happened to have happened during a really stressful day at work. I don't want to get into it, but I have to deal with a very incompetent person that should be fired. And that was really stressful last week, but she has HR by the balls, so we can't really do much. But it's like, I have to be in doing the cash office after her. And she fucks it up every time. So it was like, I was yelling that day. I was just legitimately angry. And then I found out about this and I was like, God, is this piss off Becca day? I was screaming all day. But yeah. So like it's like, yeah, it's like that may seem like doom and gloom, but it's like we can counter it by making sure we are being ethical, we're supporting indie creatives, indie devs, and make sure that you own physical media. Okay, but yeah, you can mention something positive. We do need to talk about touching grass. Like, we can't forget about that. Do you think it'd be a good habit to always strive to end the streams on a positive note? Yes, let's do that. Like, I think we should just do touching grass at the end. We can talk about touching grass at the end. I think that'd be a good way. So my touching grass, Sunday, we dyed my hair pink at the bottom layer. I think it gets really obvious when I turn around. Yeah, we also went to a sushi place, and oh, the owner, she was so cute. She was so adorable. Yeah, I was able to sew my pride dresses. I was able to start on that. I started doing my Zagreus cross stitch again. Yeah, it was needed. It was very needed. I got to take a little break. Last week was really bad for your mental health. You did something you're not proud of. Well, yeah, it seemed like it's just a hard week for a lot of people. And you're allowed to be human. You're absolutely allowed to be human and to make mistakes and to learn from them. Don't beat yourself up too much. You know, you learn. You learn from your mistakes, and that's all you can do. You learn from your mistakes and try not to repeat them. And it's also understandable, like, you know, shit happens and then it affects us mentally, and then we don't always do the best things. But you're allowed to be human. Finish the Night of the Moth. Oh, well, I'll have to like find the audiobook or something. I finished the Iliad. I have to wait a million years for the Odyssey, and I guess it's because the movie's coming out. I got Zagreus and I love them. I love them. Anybody else have anything to share? Yeah, I think most people do. Most people do. if I have to continue to do damage, like fix the damage from this coworker that keeps fucking up cash office, then I will probably start picking up a vice. Because, like, yeah, I won't get into detail, but some of the shit she's fucked up on, like, it's like she needs to get her ass fired, but because she's an older lady, an older white woman, and bitches to HR, there's not much we can do. But I'm just like, no, no, no. With the shit she's done, she should have gotten fired. Anyway. Yeah. Gavin! Well, I'm glad you're here, Gavin. Well, hello to you too. Sending love and positivity to everyone. Do you have a touching grass? I mean, you're the king of touching grass because you were able to get a boyfriend through touching grass. I mean, if it's just like, oh, still like dating and having coffee, I mean, it's still touching grass. Yeah, you don't have to go into detail. It's your personal life. Like the point is you're alive, you survived the week, and you move on and you keep learning and growing and living and doing art. And you're allowed to be human. Yeah, I think it's good to end on a good note. Because yeah, things are hard. Things are hard out there in the world. But we have each other, we have games, we have art, we have a lot of good things. I will be back on Sunday. I think FF8. You want to draw Cody? Do it. Absolutely do it. I need to finish my lyrics for the Zack song. I have finished the lyrics for Patty and Achilles. He's your boyfriend. And work's been mental on this heat wave. Oh my god. Yeah. So just been going on lots of night walks. I love that. Yeah, walks is just definitely a great way to touch grass. Plus, yeah, walking at night. That's one of the things I miss a lot about Korea is I just go on walks at night all the time, almost daily. It's not safe to do that in the States. Yeah, we can thank II for that, for the heat waves. But yeah, definitely you guys, stay safe, try to stay cool, keep trying to touch grass, keep making art, and all that shit. It was fun watching this panel with you guys. It ended up turning into 2.5 hours just to watch a nearly hour-long panel. I will see you guys on Sunday with FF8. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.